Hello guys, I'm Dee, watercolor artist. Welcome back to my channel. Do you struggle painting trees in watercolors? I always have, unless I found this easy tool and technique. So let me show you my quick process to painting trees in watercolors. I'm using a natural sea sponge here. You can get it at your local art store or order online. Sea sponges have a porous-like texture and helps in creating beautiful textures for trees in watercolors. For the base layer, I'm using lighter values of green like light green or yellow green, and then dabbing it directly onto the paper to create the leaf-like texture. It is important to leave white spacing in between, otherwise the whole tree will turn like a big green blob. Next, you can use middle value of green and dab it over the base layer. Finally, I'm taking the darkest value of green and creating the leaf-like texture. At this stage, I'm going to stop dabbing more paint with the sponge, rather work using a brush. With the rough bristle hog brush, I'm taking the darkest value of green and dropping it in the interior parts of the tree. Hog bristle brush is usually used while oil painting, but here I'm going to use it for creating leaf-like marks. Bear in mind, the outer part of the tree catches the light, so use yellow tones at the exterior of the tree. For shadows, you can use darker values of green and drop it in the inside. To paint the tree trunk, start with the lighter value of brown like burnt umber, and then you can drop in darker value like sepia. Add sepia to the lighter part of the tree trunk. Because the tree trunk is still wet, it's going to blend with the burnt umber and create a beautiful texture. You can paint the side branches as you wish. For the interior branches, where we have left white spaces, drop in sepia or darker value of brown just to show the impression of branches that are catching light. Just add some final detail and your watercolor tree is ready with a sea sponge and a hog bristle brush. With the same sea sponge, I'm going to show you how to paint an autumn tree with just 3 colors: yellow, orange and red. Start by dabbing yellow as the base layer, and we can build up the tree with orange and red tones. Because the paint is still wet, and when you drop in orange, it's going to blend and give a nice wet on wet effect. For shadows, I've used brown and dropping it at the inside part of the tree. I'm going to stop using the sponge and now move on with the hog bristle brush. As the tree catches the light, we will be using yellow at the outside, and then for shadows, dropping in some brown in the inside. You are free to use any warm colors to paint the autumn tree, Just bear in mind, have 3 different tones or value of the color to create depth. Finally, to paint the tree trunk, start with lighter value of brown like burnt umber and then drop in sepia when it's wet to create a nice gradient texture. If you paint the entire tree trunk with one color, it's going to look very flat and there won't be any depth. Don't forget to paint the branches because that's going to bring the entire tree alive. You can finally add some touches of orange, red, maroon just to create some highlights. If you have found this useful, please do subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you can be notified of any new videos that I release. Thank you so much for watching, guys. In case you're struggling with watercolors, you can book a free call with me via link in description. In the call, we can come up with a custom action plan for you to help you unlock your full creative potential.